It wasn't the best of starts to life in Greece with Diagoras, but we've turned our fortunes around on the pitch a little bit, and now we have the chance to pull ourselves clear of the relegation zone as we face a relegation 6-pointer against Irodotos in part 3 of Rhodes to Glory. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to episode 3 of Rhodes to Glory with Diagoras. Today we are in Nea Alekonassos in Crete as we take on Irodotos in an important game in a battle against relegation. But first, let's go and see what's been happening since the last time I saw ya. It wasn't the worst start to life in Diagoras. After that 4-2 defeat against Califea, we drew 0-0 with Ilupoli, like you saw in the last episode. Then we lost 4-1 away to Califea in the Cup. But we picked up a victory in the very next game, a 4-1 win at home to Irodotos, and I thought actually we might not be that bad. We're a decent enough team, we played quite well. There's hope here. And then it all went tits up. We lost 3-1 to Prudeftiki. Then we lost at home to Olympiakos B 2-0. Then we lost away to Panathinaikos B 2-0. Then at home to AEK B 1-0. So we went 3 games without scoring. We ended up with 5 defeats in a row. 6 games without winning. And it weren't very fun. I got the message to say that Peter Reynolds won't change his tactics or is averse to changing tactics, blah, 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 which is basically the signal for unless you change your tactics, you're never going to ever win a game here. So I changed my tactics. And we still lost. Kept those tactics in the next game. We drew 1-1, but we played very poorly. So I thought, sod it. We'll go back to what I know. We'll go back to the 4-3-3 and we'll see if it works this time. And it did. We won 3-2 away at Ionicus. And yeah, we're now on a run of, 8 games unbeaten. And today we play Irodotos, who are in the relegation zone. And if we beat them, we'll pull ourselves quite clear of danger. But it's not going to be easy. And here's a quick look at the table. As you can see, Diagoras are in 10th place. 20 points from 16 games. 5 wins, 5 draws, 6 defeats. Goal difference of -1. Irodotos lie in 12th place. 4 wins, 4 draws, 7 defeats on 16 points. So they have a 4-point deficit to us, but they have a game in hand. So if they beat us today, and then they win their game in hand, they leapfrog us and we're completely back in trouble. But win, we move to 23 points. We extend our gap over them to 7. And yeah, we start to pull away from the trouble of relegation and look to maybe get that mid-table obscurity that we are looking for this season. A little bit of transfer news before we continue. And it's not good. Yanis Lahiol left us. He's gone to FCSM in France. Basically, his contract was up in the summer. They came in to open discussions with him. He agreed a contract to leave on a free at the end of the season. I basically said to him, look, give us 12 grand. You can have him now. They paid us the 12 grand and he's gone back to France. So he was a decent enough player for us as well. He put in quite a few good performances. If we go and have a look at his career stats, you can see that he made 11 total appearances, scored 7 goals, including 2 penalties. 1 man of the match award, 6.77 total rating. In the league, it was 13 appearances, 7 goals, 6.83. So it was 15 appearances in total, 11 starts, 4 sub appearances. And he is going to be quite missed by the club, but he wanted to go. He had agreed to leave, and I thought I'll cash in now and see if we can get a little bit of money available to try and bring in a little bit of more strength in defence, but it isn't to be just yet. Kostas Boubas will be leaving us in the summer. He's played a couple of games this season for us. He's been quite good in the midfield, but he's agreed a contract with Episkopi. He leaves at the end of the season. And Apostolos Zepapadakis, he's leaving as well. He's going to Pontedera at the end of the season. He hasn't made a start for us. He's made a couple of sub appearances, but he hasn't played even long enough to get a rating yet. So he's not really good enough for the first team, but he's got a lot of potential, and I was hoping to keep hold of him for another season or two just to see if he would slot into our first team in the future, but it's not to be. As for incomings, there's been no one. There's someone that signed for the under-19s, but he's not very good. We haven't been able to sign anyone because we've still got no money. Our transfer budget is still zero. We are still over £1,000 over our wage budget. So even with Lahiel leaving, it hasn't freed up any money. And unless we sell anyone else, we're not going to be bringing anyone else in through the door. And now it's time for that relegation 6-pointer against Irodotos. We're away, but I'm confident of picking up a result. We've been playing really well recently, and hopefully we will continue that form. The team is Bintis in goal, Magarkis, Bantunas, Dogarakis, Tatsis, Maniotis, Arias, Adeshina, Lukic, Stamenkovic, and Manius up front, who is our top scorer with, I think, 11 goals this season. 12 goals this season. It's over there, I didn't see it. He's also got a 7.1 rating for his last 5 games, so he's been playing really well. And Diagoras is probably our key player in recent games. I didn't think he was going to be good enough. He's only got a 6.91 overall average rating, but the last 5 games he's got a 7.36 and has been quite the player. So, without further ado, let's go and play a game of football, shall we? We're off and underway. There's quite a bit of complacency in the team today. When we've done our team talk, quite a bit of complacency. Hopefully they don't think they're better than they are and they ruin a good run by losing to a team that are below us and in trouble. Not much has happened early on though. There's only been 1 shot on goal, none on target yet, and there's over 20 minutes gone. But yeah, there is yet to be a highlight. So even though we have hit the target 4 times, it can't have been much in the way of troubling their goalkeeper because there hasn't been a highlight just yet. So at half time it's 0-0. We are the better side and hopefully we can push on and make our dominance count in the second half. And the second 45 is underway. Hopefully we can get a goal. But there's a highlight now and it looks like Irodotos are going to be on the attack. Although they're still playing around with it in their own half. Nothing to worry about just yet. And it's gone right the way through to our goalkeeper. So the first highlight of the game was them mucking about with it and then passing it to our keeper, who goes long and gives it straight to their defender. They're going to come straight back at us though. Fratrovic. Diagoras back to Fratrovic. And our midfield is just sort of standing off. We could do with putting a tackle in here. There's a ball over the top. It's headed out. It's back in. It's headed and it's off the crossbar and over the top. All a bit messy, but we survived. We survived. Our midfield gave their players far too much space. I'm going to... Actually, let's see what happens here. This highlight. Magarkis puts it in. It's headed and it's headed again. And Stamenkovic. Bogdan Stamenkovic has put us 1-0 up. I was just about to go and make a couple of substitutions. But Magarkis to Arias. Arias back. Magarkic back in. Manius got up with a flick on. Stamenkovic at the back post comes in and heads it into pretty much an open goal. And out of nowhere, we're 1-0 up. I am going to go and make those changes, though. There's a triple substitution made. But Magarkis, to Arias and Stamenkovic with a header again. It's gone over the bar this time. I brought on Pomonis, Siantoulis and Parastatides. Lukic has been a little bit off form recently. He's our key player. Stamenkovic heads it again straight to their goalkeeper. And if that's counted as a shot on target, that's why there weren't any highlights in the first half, I suppose, because it was all like that. Maniotis with a long ball over the top to Stamenkovic. Puts it through to Manius, and Manius has his shot saved. Could have put the game to bed, but didn't. Although it's full time and we have picked up a 1-0 win, we have ended up with the win thanks to a Stamenkovic bullet header from about 4 yards. Right, yeah, see how we do next. We've managed to bring in one new player, Marios Silanaj from PAOK Salonika on loan. He's only a 2-star current ability, so he's not considered to be good enough for this level yet. He's a 5-star potential. He can play as a no-nonsense fullback, central defender or wide centre-back, and he's also can cover at left-back. So basically what I've done is I've brought him in as cover for the centre-backs. I've got no money, so I had to look at the loan market, and that was basically all I could bring in was Marios Silanaj. And he's just back up. He's back up to the centre-backs. I haven't got any decent centre-backs, really. So I'll just have a load of average or below average ones and see how we do. And that is all the transfer news I've got to bring you. Nobody else left the club in the last couple of days. The transfer window is now closed. And the squad that we've got is the squad that is going to see us through the rest of the season and hopefully steer clear and stay clear of the relegation zone. And Sinanaj will be on the bench for our game at home to Prudev Tiki. We lost to them away. I think it was 3-1 or 4-1 earlier on in the season. So hopefully we can get a measure of revenge and keep our unbeaten run going. Again, the team is pretty much the same. The only change is Pomonis is in for the suspended Taxis, who got a yellow card in the last game. And then Sinanaj takes Pomonis' place on the bench. So, we've won one game. Let's see if we can make it 2 out of 2 in this episode. We're underway. And there's a ball over the top. But it's just bouncing about a little bit. It's all a bit messy. But there's Arias over the top to Manius. And Manius has put us 1-0 up already. 23 seconds gone. And Manius has made it Diagoras 1, Prudev Tiki 0. The long clearance, good header from Diagoras, Arias with a ball over the top. Manius beats the offside trap, hits it first time, and 22 seconds into the game, and it's already 1-0. Bintzis with the long clearance, Maniotis, Lukic back to Magarkis, who finds Manius again, but his header is safely dealt with. They're attacking here. Zeres puts it in. It's headed out. Lukic finds Manius. Back to Adesina. Over to Lukic again. Lukic to Magarkis. Magarkis runs down the right. Can he get a cross in? He does. Manius is up there and it's off the top of the crossbar. Was that Pavlidis? Kariki. Can't say that one. But, oh, it's come off the post. Bounced back off of the keeper and has been dealt with, and we've avoided one there. We've got away with one. But they're not giving up. Well, they are. They've gone all the way back to their keeper, but their keeper's going to have the chance now to launch one upfield. It's bounced off of one of our players, and now Diagoras gives it away. And there's a penalty. Magarkis has brought down Hugo Borges, is that? And he steps up to take the penalty, and it's in. I thought the keeper was going to save it. He went the right way, and Hugo, I'll say it's Borges, something along those lines. But look, the keeper was so close to it. If his arms were about that much longer. It's a corner. Lukic swings it in, and it's dealt with quite easily by the defence, to be fair. And Borges again. He's causing Magarkis all sorts of problems. But we've won it back, and there's Arias. Tries to find Manius again, and he does. And Manius, that's twice that Arias has found the through ball, and Manius or I can't pronounce these names, but Arias, great ball again. Just like the one earlier on in the game, and Manius has latched onto it and beat the goalkeeper 1-on-1, and we're back in the lead. And as we reach half time, it's Diagoras 2, Prudev Tiki 1. And here we go in the second half, hoping to hold on, or at least hold on. I was going to say extend, hoping to extend our lead, or at least hold on. But here's Lukic with a free kick. Could he extend it here? No. No is the simple answer. Doesn't trouble the goalkeeper. Lukic has picked it up though. Finds Arias. Arias bursts into the box. Finds Adesina. Adesina's shot. And it's over the bar. It looked like a save, but it's a goal kick. I'm going to go and make a couple of substitutions. Sinanaj comes on for his debut, and Stamenkovic has gone off because he's playing absolutely atrociously today. He was only on like a 6. Magarkis tries to go out wide to Pomonis. He's back to Sinanaj, who plays ball over the top. Doesn't find his man, but we have still got the ball. Siantulas, who come on for Stomankovic. Crosses it in. Lukic couldn't get the shot away, and now they're going to look to hit us on the counter-attack. And they are hitting us on the counter-attack, but that ball, I don't know what the decision-making was about that one, but that was a foul, wasn't it? But Siantulas has burst through, and it's gone over the bar. It was saved. It was saved. It's gone out for a corner. Lukic will swing this one in. And it's cleared. I think I might have the game speed on a little bit faster than I had it before. There's Lukic with another free kick, and that's hit the woodwork, I think. I have to sort the game speed out. It seems to be going a little bit quicker than I want it to. Magarkis, is he going to take the throw in, or is he just going to stand there with it for a while? What's happening here? He finally does take it. Maniotis, over. Parastatidis gets his first goal of the season. It's 3-1. The game's been put to bed now. Magarkis, Arias, over to Maniotis, who played the ball, and it looked like the defender was going to get it. Parastatidis put his foot out, and it deflected off of their defender into the back of the net. And we're 3-1 up. And we've only got to hold on for injury time. Bantunas clears it. Arias heads it back to Magarkis, who gets it away properly. Although it's all very scrappy again. Here's Arias. Can he find another one of those killer passes like he has done twice in this game already? He finds Lukic, who crosses it in. Manius gets up for the header, and it's off the bar. Manius got up there for the header. It could have been his hat-trick, but it comes off the crossbar. But it's all irrelevant because he scored 2 goals in this game, and it's Diagoras 3, Prudevtiki 1, and we've got another win on the board. Great performance from Arias with an 8.2. Even better from Manius with an 8.5. Maniotis as a defensive midfielder played brilliantly, and Parastatidis played really well after coming on as a substitute. And that was another fantastic performance. Let's go and see what it does to the league table. And as you can see, that 10-game unbeaten run that we're on has lifted us to 8th in the Greek Super League 2 South. We are on 26 points from our 18 games, 7 wins, 5 draws, 6 defeats, a goal difference of +2. And we're only 11 points off the top of the table. We're 10 points clear of the relegation zone, 11 points off the top of the table. But there are only 15 teams, so you play 28 games. We've got 10 games to go. And I will be very, very happy if we can just maintain this mid-table obscurity. To be honest, it would be lovely if we could go on some miracle run, extend this unbeaten run, win the rest of our games and challenge for the title. But I think we're a little bit too far away to even begin to dream. So we will settle for mid-table obscurity. Anything between sort of 5th and 9th I'm happy with. We should hopefully be far enough away from that relegation zone that we can stop looking over our shoulder now. But there will be a little glimpse every now and then. But that's going to bring an end to this episode. Unless anything dramatic happens either way. If we go on and continue this run and win loads more games and end up near the top of the table, I might come back for the end of the season. If we do drop off and end up finding ourselves needing a win for the last couple of games of the season, I'll come back and show that. If not, I will see you again in pre-season with a season review and hopefully some good news in the financial situation. And that is the end of part 3 of Rhodes to Glory with Diagoras, and it was pretty glorious. 2 wins, extends our unbeaten run to 10 games, lifts us up to 8th place in the Greek Super League 2 South, and we are now 10 points clear of the relegation zone. So I'm pretty confident that my job here will continue and we are on the road to glory. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to know when future videos are released. Comment below just to say hi, let me know if you liked it, if you're enjoying this series. And that you want to see more, and hopefully I'll see you all again next time. Until then, bye bye for now.